Yo, 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 what it do, everybody? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Welcome everyone to this live edition of the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. What's going on, man? Happy Saturday. Hope everyone is enjoying their Saturday. Yo, man, it's been a crazy wrestling day, man. Money in the Bank just went off live from London, England. The crowd was amazing, man. Yo, I appreciate everyone tuning in. If you're watching on Facebook, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like the 11:30 podcast Facebook page, and also for everyone who's joining in on YouTube, you guys definitely do me a huge favor. Like it, leave a comment, and definitely hit that subscribe button down below, man. For real. But you guys, man, I'm gonna be chatting everything that went down at Money in the Bank, man. For real, had some incredible matches that went down. As far as the women's ladder match, Dom taking on Cody, the World Heavyweight Championship match, everything that went down. The men's Money in the Bank ladder match, Bloodline Civil War that ended the show. Everything, man. It's going to be a dope episode. But before I dive into everything, once again, you guys, man, if you're joining on Facebook, definitely subscribe to the 11:30 podcast, a YouTube channel. Do me a huge favor, share it. I thank you guys so much, man. But we're gonna get into it and we ain't gonna waste no more time, you guys, man. Money in the Bank, you guys, went down. And the first matchup that we seen live from the O2 Arena in London, England, boy, it was a massive event, massive show, awesome show, you guys. WWE's Money in the Bank men's ladder match where Damian Priest, Butch Santos Escobar, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ricochet, Logan Paul, and LA Knight. Yeah, seven men, competed in this year's Money in the Bank ladder match, man. And I know previous to this Money in the Bank ladder match, a lot of people were, sort of discrediting this Money in the Bank ladder match and saying, man, it don't have really too much star power or whatnot, man. But I don't know if you guys noticed, but LA Knight, yeah, is totally over, man. Over in the UK, over in the States, over in Saudi Arabia, what was it, last month at the press conference where they couldn't stop chanting LA Knight's name. So, man, yo, like, awesome event, awesome show, you guys, man. As the show continues on, man, everyone who's tuning in and watching, definitely leave a comment. I can read your comment. We could give each other thoughts, man. Definitely gonna get my thoughts, but we'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments, man, on what went down at Money in the Bank. But man, oh man, I could not stop saying, yo, this is LA Knight's night. This is LA Knight's night. And for some reason, for everyone who was in the Money in the Bank, put up the graphic once again. Everyone who was, in this Money in the Bank ladder match, and I mentioned star power and how a lot of people were discrediting this year's Money in the Bank, men's Money in the Bank, that it didn't have too much star power. And what was it? 2 weeks ago, on Monday Night Raw, they added Logan Paul in it at the last moment. And now I said this on the last episode of Talk Pro Wrestling, and I said it also on social media to where Logan Paul could possibly win it. And if he does, he may do something sort of similar to how Brock Lesnar won Money in the Bank a couple of years ago. But thank gosh it did not go that way. Logan Paul was definitely highly favored, to win it. But man, boo, don't want to see Logan Paul. The only other guy besides my favorite, and which is LA Knight, Damian Priest, you guys. Yes, Damian Priest had a huge chance of winning Money in the Bank, you guys. But tonight at the O2 Arena in London, England, it looks like that's what Mr. Priest uh, definitely did there. Yes, Damian Priest capturing Money in the Bank, the Money in the Bank briefcase. So you guys, man, he got up to 1 year to cash in on whatever champion, man, whether that's the Intercontinental Champion, the World Heavyweight Champion, or the WWE Undisputed Champion. We all know who's the undisputed champion, which is Roman Reigns, though. But in my opinion, you guys, though, all seriousness, though, I mean, man, I really wanted LA Knight to win this. I thought LA Knight had, a whole lot of momentum behind him. He had he was on fire, man. The crowd was cheering for him, and I started to think, okay, well, if LA Knight doesn't win this and LA Knight doesn't take this home, then that'll make the crowd get behind LA Knight even more. Now, there's plans that LA Knight is he wasn't the guy that WWE had in plans to be a big star. It's just he just came out there being himself, being authentic, and then the fans related to him. And not only did the fans relate to him, I said this numerous of times to my guy Brian B, to my guys on the commission talks, and whatever, man. Like LA Knight reminds me of The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, man. That promo, that the charisma, the aura that he brings, the energy that he brings into the room. So I was like, man, LA Knight got to be it, man. He's a heel. He don't really give a crap too much what the baby faces have to. Oh, excuse me, what the crowd have to say. So LA Knight would have been a perfect choice to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. But you guys, we got Damian Priest, man. It been, word and rumors, and seems like it's true. Damian Priest, after Damian Priest had a wonderful matchup with uh what was it, Bad Bunny at Backlash. Who could forget Backlash, man? I mean, like, whew, I don't know, man. We gotta do something like when I come back from break, we gotta do the best pay-per-views of 2023, man. And just even since Triple H, came back and been in control and or whatnot, man. Just the pay per views just been off the chain. But this year alone, from the Royal Rumble to Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, and I just mentioned Backlash, a crazy event. Night of Champions was awesome. Money in the Bank we had tonight was awesome, and I know SummerSlam next year. Excuse me, next month in Detroit at Ford Field is going to be even more awesome, man. Because last time they were at Ford Field, it was WrestleMania 23, man. So that's going to be cool. That's definitely going to be cool. But like I said, man, Money in the Bank started off hot, man. It came in hot, and Damian Priest wins the Money in the Bank contract. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because over the last couple of weeks, with Judgment Day being the top faction, with the bloodline crumbling, as we literally just saw not too long ago, with the bloodline crumbling and the Judgment Day is making them all rise on Monday Night Raw. We also been seeing frictions within the Judgment Day over the last couple of weeks or so. Even when Damian Priest had his one-on-one championship matchup against Seth freaking Rollins on Monday Night Raw, and he told Finn, stay back there. Rhea, Dom, they all complat. They stay back. But Finn, he just was like, man, Seth he's getting under my skin. They keep singing stupid songs and all this stuff like that. And, Priest, like I mentioned, also having the wonderful contest that he did with Bad Bunny, and the company is really high on him. And you want Money in the Bank, so this is going to cause a little bit of frictions, maybe, just maybe, what took place a couple of weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, where Finn Balor was having a discussion with JD McDonough on Monday Night Raw. Would that play a factor into all this? And you've seen Finn Balor and Damian Priest having a back and forth after the match that after the match with Seth Rollins and Finn Balor had at Money in the Bank. But you guys, man, everyone who's joining in, appreciate it so much. Leave a comment and give me your thoughts on Money in the Bank. Do you approve of Damian Priest winning? You guys winning Money in the Bank this year, and do you feel like it's going to be a successful cash in, man? I think that right there is the huge question. Will Damian Priest have a successful cash in? We seen him come down later on in the night between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. So I'm interested to see where it goes, man. And I've always been a huge advocate for whoever wins the Money in the Bank. We about to get to that in just a bit too, man. Like that's crazy. But yeah, I'm a huge advocate for whoever wins the Money in the Bank, whether it's Mister or Miss Money in the Bank, and I'm an advocate of seeing a superstar sort of hold their contract nearly to a year, where it's like, man, look, the clock is ticking. Man, you try to cash in, you were unsuccessful, but like, Miz was sort of the only one who he cashed in, but I think something happened, but he didn't actually cash in, and he got the briefcase back. But hope that though doesn't happen here. But with this and Damian Priest, I want to see him hold the Money in the Bank contract to up to 300, let's say 59 days. And I know, you got to be some hot like that. And I feel like LA Knight could have sort of did that, but I think they were wanting to see him cash in by now. So, we haven't really seen that. And I think a lot of people would sort of get a little bored with the Money in the Bank contract situation if it sort of prolongs, that like that. So I don't know, man. But yes, man. Will Damian Priest go on to cash in the Money in the Bank ladder match, man? Let me hear what you guys think in the comments, man. But we're gonna move on to our next matchup that we had at Money in the Bank, you guys. The women's tag team championships were on the line. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships were on the line. We seen Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan take on the team of Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan, in which was a awesome matchup, great matchup. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, man, I ain't really watched too much of the match though. But I seen but a couple of weeks ago, I want to mention that Liv Morgan, excuse me, I'm all over the place. A couple of weeks ago, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, they won the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. So they unified the titles. I understand that, there's not that many women in NXT. So they had to, unify the titles and have, the women, such as like Liv Morgan and Raquel compete on all three brands, which is Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. Great, man, great. I feel like WWE really needed Liv Morgan. They got her back, put the belts back on Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, and the whole Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey thing was just a little too soon for me, man. Really too soon. I'm a huge fan of Shayna Baszler and what she accomplished and did in NXT and how badass her character was and how she came off and everything. And it just seems though ever since she came to the main roster, not so much been popping off for her. I mean, she's multiple time women's tag team champions with different, competitors. Kudos to her, man. Great thing for great thing for Shayna Baszler, Ronda Rousey, not too many people really, caring about Ronda, but that is what it is. But I felt like this was just out of the blue, and I turned my head for a couple of moments and, turned back, and Shayna Baszler got Ronda Rousey in a chokehold, and I'm like, WTF, what did I miss, man? Like literally, what did I miss? I really don't know what I missed. You guys, man, what did I miss? What did we miss? For the last couple of weeks, they won the titles because Liv had got injured, and they were hey, we won the titles, and hey, so it didn't seem like nothing were in plan. I was hoping just maybe to see Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey to go on as being tag team champions for a little bit for some time, and maybe we see some cracks between one another, but certainly we did not see that at all at Money in the Bank. Maybe we may see them go one on one and Shayna Baszler have a one on one matchup with Ronda at SummerSlam. At SummerSlam next month at SummerSlam, and hopefully we see Shayna get back to the top. But I don't really want to see her in too many other tag teams. She really need to be in a singles competitor. Hell, she could be a contender for a champion who's not defending their title right now, which is Rhea Ripley. What's up, mommy? I know you're doing your thing, but hey, someone needs to knock on Rhea Ripley's door and ding dong, hello, barely somebody. So, man, I think that was literally out of the blue. of having Rhea Ripley, excuse me, Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey, go at it, man. So, man, we're right there. Okay, as we move on with the show, you guys. We also had the Intercontinental Championship on the line. We seen Gunther defending his championship at Money in the Bank, man. Gunther, since arriving on the WWE's main roster scene, has not lost a match. He's been undefeated. He's been on a roll, man. And what's next for Gunther? Literally, what's next for Gunther? And that was my question leading up into this match with Matt Riddle, which was I knew it was going to be a hard hitting match. They were in London, England. They wanted Gunther to perform at this event and not be in Money in the Bank because a lot of superstars you would think that would be, they were not. Some of them were champions and they were just in other programs. And Gunther is the Intercontinental Champion, and he had a matchup with Riddle. Great matchup. I knew they were going to go back and forth. And at the end of the match, man, we seen the returning. Yes, you guys, Drew McIntyre. Rumors was going around that Drew McIntyre will maybe leaving WWE. His contract may be expiring, or whatever that was going on with Drew McIntyre. And of course, we got AEW All In coming out at Wembley Stadium in August, late August. So it was, big rumors surrounding Drew McIntyre's participation going into um, All In. And I'm nowadays, man, I talked about it, numerous of times, man. These rumors that have everyone thinking something and it'll be totally something else, man. But I was hopefully rooting for Drew McIntyre to come back to WWE, in which we did see him return tonight at Money in the Bank, man. For real. Came back just in time for the summer. And I think Raw, he's feuding with Gunther. That means he's definitely on Raw. He was drafted over to Monday Night Raw in the draft, which completely makes no sense right about now, though. But yeah, man, Drew McIntyre is back. He picked up that Intercontinental Championship, and he said, "Man, yo, man, uh, I think I want this." I think I want this Intercontinental Championship, man. What you guys? Let me hear what you guys think, man. For real, of Drew McIntyre returning to WWE, returning at Money in the Bank, and possibly challenging Gunther at SummerSlam in Detroit for the Intercontinental Championship, for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship, as my guy Drew McIntyre would say. Man, really, 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 really excited for this. For everyone, man, leave a comment down below. Everyone who's joining in on YouTube and everyone on Facebook, giving my live thoughts and reactions that went down at the O2 Arena in London, England. Yes, man, Drew McIntyre may want to finish some unfinished business that he was going up against in that triple threat matchup at WrestleMania, because that was the last time we seen Drew McIntyre. He was at WrestleMania. He took on Sheamus and Gunther, and that was for the Intercontinental Championship. And Drew McIntyre is back. As you've seen, he picked up the IC title. And yo, man, he's like, yo, I want this title back. The Intercontinental title was the first title that Drew McIntyre possessed when he first came to WWE. And Vince McMahon dubbed him as, the new guy, and and everything. We all know what happened after that, though. But I ain't gotta reiterate it and say it much more. But man, this is gonna be awesome, though. I'm looking forward to Drew McIntyre. Heel Drew McIntyre, I think would be super freaking badass, man. Super freaking badass. To see him go after the World Heavyweight Championship or whatever, man. I think that literally would be awesome, man. For real. Drew McIntyre is back, man. In WWE. That's what's up, man. And we're gonna move on. This one right here was really surprising as Cena came out, man. John freaking Cena, man. John Cena, I'm gonna leave that to Seth Rollins. But John Cena, we seen him at Money in the Bank, and just as he said, surprise. I was literally surprised. I was like, what the hell is John Cena doing here? But my biggest question was, who's gonna come out and interrupt him? And also, yeah, why is John Cena here? But John Cena, man, from over across the pond, man, he's trying to get the biggest event in sports entertainment. Yes, that is WrestleMania to London, England, man. And I think that is amazing, man, for real. I'm here in Washington, D.C. So, haven't been a WrestleMania here in Washington, D.C. I think that'll be a whole lot. But man, yeah, let's get a WrestleMania here in DC. The closest we got a Philly. They in Philly next year, so hopefully, I can try to squeeze into WrestleMania there. But man, John Cena is definitely trying to get WrestleMania in London, England, which I thought it was cool. Also a great way to get the fans on their feet, man, and also pander to the fans because I don't think he really needed any pander to the fans because man, John Cena is just an OG, man. He's that legend. We all grew up. Well, most of us and some of us grew up either cheering for John Cena or booing John Cena, and knowing that John Cena, stepped back from wrestling and went into Hollywood and went into acting and did all these commercials and he still come back maybe here and there. Don't take much spotlight from the other guys or such, man. I think a lot of people just, and then also too, a lot of people miss John Cena. They really miss him. A lot, especially the guys. A lot of the guys don't want to admit it. As much as they hate chanting, or as much as they love chanting, Cena sucks. Boy, oh boy, did they miss hearing them trumpets go off in the arena, man. Because I had a buddy, man. He could not stand John Cena whatsoever, man. He could not stand him at all. But soon as John Cena came out, he was singing his theme song. He was going along a little bit to what John Cena said when he came out there. He was like, I was just going with it, jamming to the theme song. Like they've been doing that for the longest time, man. They just didn't like it was the cool thing to do. John Cena sucks, so let's do that. Or he wears his shorts and his hustle lot of respect. Boo, let's boo him. That was the thing to do, man. So, but when he came out there, totally unexpectedly, with no one in the ring, and I think they were just coming back from a commercial, and the trumpets play outcome Cena, man, like that was really huge, really really huge. And in my opinion, that was intermission. That was really intermission though. You had the first three matches, the Money in the Bank, the women's match, and you had Gunther and Riddle, and then you had that spot in the middle. And out comes, one of my second questions. Okay, what's happening here, and who's gonna, come out and interrupt them? We get Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller drafted to SmackDown in the draft. He's been having these awesome Grayson Waller effect episodes on SmackDown, whether he interviewed Charlotte Flair or whether he had AJ Styles on the show. Man, he had someone on the show. He had Logan Paul on the show this past week on SmackDown, and this coming Friday night, live from Madison Square Garden, man. WWE, boy, they on a roll, man. These places, man. Live from Madison Square Garden, MSG. He's going to have the Rated R Superstar Edge on the Grayson Waller effect. So since we've seen Grayson Waller come to WWE and SmackDown, he haven't wrestled, and I'm pretty sure that has something to do with his last couple of matches that he wrestled in NXT, which he came up short winning the NXT Championship, and I'm pretty sure he's still trying to recover from an injury. But nonetheless, man, all that said, Grayson Waller, man, Grayson Waller, perfect guy to come out there to get a little rub, I guess get a little rub from John Cena, man. But man, I know everyone. I know WrestleMania in London on TikTok, excuse me, Twitter. That's going to be trending for the next couple of weeks, man. Like that's going to be something. And I think also, to be honest, too, with you, the fact that next month AEW All In at Wembley Stadium sold over like 70, 80,000 tickets. And that's telling you right there, man. The London fans, man, they are dying for something like this. It's been since 2019 since the London fans had a televised event. Yeah, we had Carter Wells, a class at the Castle last year in September. But man, it's been since 2019 since they had a WWE televised event, in over 20 years from a pay per view. So SmackDown was the first time since 2019, and Money in the Bank was the first time since what, 20 years ago or so. Like, crazy though, crazy. But you telling me, man, you put a Money in the Bank, they can't go to the O2. They got to go to Wembley Stadium, or whatever bigger stadium they can go to, man. To fit 70, 80,000 crazy WWE fanatic fans in the arena, man. I think that would just be wonderful, man. Like, and man, everyone was tuning in, man. Like, I was just talking a little bit earlier about how these pay per views slash premium live events, just one after another, just sort of just keep topping itself, just keep just getting better. We have the Royal Rumble. Everyone loves the Royal Rumble. Who don't love the Royal Rumble? Who's going to come out? Who's going to win? Even though with the men's Royal Rumble this year, not too many surprises. As the women, Royal Rumble, awesome, great stadium. Elimination Chamber. It's in Sami Zayn's hometown in Montreal. Crazy atmosphere, right? WrestleMania 2 nights in LA. Crazy sick, man. It was awesome. Then you had Backlash in Puerto Rico, man. Like, yeah. Dude, we got to go back to that one, though. Like, that one was sick, man. Like, I still look at the Bad Bunny. I got that song, that Bad Bunny song in my Spotify playlist, though. But do we even got to go back to Backlash, man? Just the atmosphere of, everyone, every time someone threw a punch, the fans, hey, oh, man, it was crazy. Then they go to Saudi Arabia, which a lot of people was just like, man, it's gonna, you're not a Saudi fan. They not as enthusiastic as the London crowd or Puerto Rico or some cities in the United States. And boy, oh boy, they were loud. It was just amazing. And we get to the night in Money in the Bank and just knew London, England was just, they were hungry for this. They were loving it. So man, just to tell it, just even just say, London, we're gonna possibly bring a WrestleMania here from John Cena, man. That right there was freaking awesome, dude. Really, really freaking awesome. Also really freaking cool to also see John Cena back in WWE for a little bit, man. Whether it's for a night, a week or whatever. It was really cool seeing John Cena, man. For real, man. Great show, man. So yeah, definitely this was the intermission. If you needed to use the bathroom break, but beat man, you wasn't going nowhere though. You really wasn't going nowhere. But man, glad to see John Cena back. Maybe he might take on Grayson Waller at SummerSlam. Maybe if that's the thing, Cena came back. He worked with Austin Theory and maybe Grayson Waller or so. That's what's up, though. Okay, all right, man. We came back from the intermission or so with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Yeah, man, LA Knight. Damn, for real. I wanted to see LA Knight definitely take that. But yeah, man. Well, we coming back from this awesome. We came back from the awesome segment with John Cena, not necessarily the intermission. With the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and I was thinking, okay, the men got 7, women got 6. Maybe they're gonna add a surprise appearance. Okay, maybe not. All right. We got everyone from Bailey, Trish Stratus, Zoe Starks, Becky Lynch, Io, and we got Zelina all in the matchup. And my pick, I was right on this one. Hey, I was right. I was glad I was right because I was like, I wasn't gonna be wrong again on this one though. But you guys, man, Io Sky walked away with the W, man. Mm-hmm. Ain't trying to have my waterfall. Okay. All right. Yes, EO Sky, man, walked away with the W. That's not all she walked away with. She walked away being Miss Money in the Bank, man. Yes, Miss Money in the Bank. She got the briefcase and she's going to cash in on any champion, whether that's Rhea Ripley, who's not wrestling right now, or, and I know this is the matchup that I can't wait to see. Io Sky cash in, or just have that huge matchup with Asuka. And I know, man, that is going to kick ass, man. So Io Sky versus Asuka, make it happen. Make it happen. I don't know where it need to be, SummerSlam or whatever. I know Io Sky and Oscar is going to definitely tear down the house, man. So this was great. I also predicted that Bailey would definitely sort of turn. Not well, she didn't turn, but it was every woman for themselves in this match. So Bailey did exactly what I thought she would do: is push Io Sky off the ladder and just sort of, look at, I'm gonna win it. If it's gonna be anybody, I'm gonna win it. Sort of. So Bailey is sort of reminding me of what Finn Balor, or how Finn Balor is acting in the Judgment Day, sort of having this envious and jealousiness of Damian Priest, or at least when he got the World Heavyweight Championship matchup against against Seth Rollins, and also he, won Mr. Money in the Bank. So hey, I'm loving this all the way. It was really cool how Becky and Bailey got handcuffed. WWE got a strange thing with handcuffs, man. Like, oh boy, they love handcuffing somebody to the rope, though. Okay, yeah, but Bailey and Becky are just handcuffed to each other under the ladder, and Io ascends to the top, grabbing the briefcase. Man, it was awesome, man, for real. Definitely, definitely awesome. Man, do you think from on the women's side, all the women had 100% cashed in their women's contract? And I don't see EO Sky definitely, being the first to not cash in unless it got to do something with Bailey, unless Bailey comes in and say, nah, Shorty, you ain't going to do this. But I see her cashing in, having a successful cash in. I would love to see her cash in on either women's champion, but preferably I would love to see that matchup between EO Sky and Oscar, man. I know that would definitely kick ass, man. Definitely, definitely kick ass. All right, you guys, man, we're gonna keep it rolling on for everyone, man, who's tuning in on Facebook. Thank you guys so much. Definitely smash that like button here, man. Follow me. I'm live also here on YouTube, man, the 1130 Podcast YouTube channel. Head over there, man. Subscribe to the 1130 Podcast YouTube channel. Tell a friend and check it out, man. Definitely check it out, man. But yo, another matchup we're gonna get into is the World Heavyweight Championship matchup between Seth Rollins and Seth freaking Rollins, may I add, and Finn Balor over the last couple of weeks, man. Finn Balor, boy, this has been a different Finn Balor. This haven't been the same Finn Balor that we have been seeing over the last months, several months or so, man, or weeks or whatever. But it was until that Damian Priest, like I mentioned earlier, got a championship opportunity against Seth Rollins, and uh, Finn Balor came down just to put his nose in the business with Priest. Said, "Man, come on, stay back. Let me do this on my own, man. I ain't have a WrestleMania matchup. I came up short against Bad Bunny at Backlash. Let me try to do something." And he really impressed everyone. He had a great matchup. Finn Balor still came out there to stick his nose into his business. So, man, oh man, Finn Balor, like I said, he's been different. And a couple of weeks ago, which some fans were 50-50 on it, I was more so, damn, like I really wanted to hear Finn Balor cook on the mic, man. He said he had something to say that he been had to say for 7 years. But then the other thing I was like, well, damn, if it was that important, you would have said it by now, Finn Balor. I mean, I guess, right? At least if they gave you a chance, though. But man, um, Finn Balor just have just been the same. You can see he's on his in his groove, in his mode, man. Just being Finn Balor in the Judgment Day, man. Just being Finn Balor in the Judgment Day, and uh, awesome matchup. He been attacking Seth Rollins for the last couple of weeks. Been attacking Seth Rollins and stuff, and man, Seth Rollins was like, I'm not having it, man. I know you've been doing your thing, and you even came to NXT and attacked them at NXT and stuff. So Seth Rollins defended the World Heavyweight Championship and successfully defended the World Heavyweight Championship matchup, which was a great match, man. I can't lie. I didn't see Seth Rollins losing the matchup, not one bit at all. Did not see him losing it. I saw him winning it all the way, and we started off the night with the uh, Money in the Bank briefcase match, Money in the Bank, briefcase contract. And when Damian Priest won, I was like, okay, this may play a factor into the World Heavyweight Championship matchup between Seth Rollins and Damian Priest, man. So Damian Priest came down there, man. He was like, man, I might cash in, I might not, I don't know. But I think this was sort of back to Finn Balor after Finn Balor sort of came down to the ring and sort of started like sticking his nose into Damian Priest's business when he told him, really, man, just chill out, for real. So, yo, man, crazy, crazy, crazy events, man. Seth Rollins is World Heavyweight Champion, retained the championship. My little man is just going crazy in there with his mother, man. Having fun, having fun. Here's the season finale episode, you guys, of the 11:30 podcast Talk Pro Wrestling. I want to thank everyone. I want to take a moment to thank everyone who tuned into the episodes, like the episodes. Also, all the audio episodes, you guys, will be uploaded in a couple of days, man. For real, just a lot going on throughout the week, man, being a dad and stuff like that. So, the audio episodes will definitely be uploaded. I will be returning in the fall, so stay tuned to all the social media, 11:30 podcast social channels and platforms, and I will let you guys know, man, for real. So my little man's birthday is at the end of this month, so I'm thrilled. I'm excited. I'm about to be a dad, man. So I mean, not about to be a dad. I'm a dad, and I'm loving it. I'm definitely loving it, man. All right, but you guys, man, we gonna keep it rolling on here on the show, you guys, man. We had the huge main event matchup of the night, man. Yes, main event matchup. And I love Roman Reigns' shirt that he wore Friday night on SmackDown, and it said the only one. Nah, we ain't the ones. I'm the only one. And in this joint, who gonna be the ones, man? I'm the only one, dog. Mm. Yo, that's what happens when you lie, man. You need a lot more water, for real. Mm. Okay, awesome, awesome main event matchup. Bloodline Civil War, man. It is going down. It went down at the O2 Arena in London, man. Yo, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa taking on the Usos, man. Yo, for months and months, Roman Reigns has physically, mentally, psychologically abused his cousins, the Usos, man. And in the beginning of this match, he also sort of like gave Solo this little look, which he sort of been giving Solo, for a little couple of weeks though. Even in this match, Solo gave Roman like, you're supposed to be the tribal chief, and you over there sitting over there crying, like for real, like really. You feel me? So now Solo could say, yeah, although I might got pinned at Night of Champions, but you got pinned at Money in the Bank, and it wasn't just by anybody. It was Jay. It was Jay who you suckered him in, who you baited him in, and fed him lies and fed him bull crap all along. I've just, man, for real. I want to hear you guys' thoughts, man. For real, I've been talking, man. I need another bottle of water. For real. Oh man, this has been a awesome one, man. For real, nah, man. Just everything that took place, and everything that went down with this whole bloodline story is just amazing. And Roman Reigns also found a way to get in that top five all time list, man, by not defending his tag team. By not defending his world heavyweight championship, man. You guys know I need some water now. I'm the only one talking right now, giving my thoughts here. But man, yo, yeah, man, he made it to the top five. But great matchup. The Usos, man. eh, I just seen a post. They are now the longest tender tag team in WWE history. 13 years, man. You know, shout out to the Usos. Shout out to the Miz. Shout out to man. Like it's so many guys, man, who've been here for a long time. And this era right now, we seen so many superstars. Seth Rollins, man. We see so many superstars been in the WWE for a long time than we ever seen, man. Because The Rock, I mean, be honest, The Rock, he wasn't here 10 years. Stone Cold, he wasn't in WWE 10 years. At least on top or just, that lasted 4 years, 3 years. So this is awesome, man. This is really awesome to see the atmosphere. I can't wait till them come. I wait till they can't wait till they come back to London, man, England. So that's gonna be awesome, man, for real. Awesome, awesome, awesome. The Usos defeat Solo Sokoa and Roman Reigns, and how Jey Uso was really giving Roman Reigns his medicine, man. Even the kick out when he low blowed him, just everything. The double spear, dog, it was just like dog. They really just gave it to Roman Reigns. Really stuck it to him though, and pinned him 1, 2, 3. That was it, man. For real. Appreciate everyone tuning in here. This storyline has got to be one of the best storylines in WWE history with the bloodline and yeah, the whole bloodline story and this whole thing with the Usos, Roman Reigns stuff, man. It's awesome. Definitely, definitely awesome. Where does Roman Reigns go next? Who is his next challenger? You know, where does this go, man? Do the Usos get back into contendership being in line for tag team titles? I don't know. They lost at that Mania. They may can get another shot, but yo, man, this has been a great one. It seemed like all my picks were right for tonight, except the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, man. So hopefully WWE pull something up and do something real big with LA Knight, man. Yeah, for real, man. They got to do something with LA Knight, man. My guy is on fire. The crowd loves him. It was a brilliant night, man. Great, great night. LA Knight didn't win. Damian Priest, he wins all the way. Gunther retains the Intercontinental Championship, you guys. And Seth freaking Rollins is still World Heavyweight Champion. Also, you guys, we seen a new Miss Money in the Bank in EO Sky, man. For real. Great, great show. Great matches overall, man. Once again, I appreciate everyone tuning in. This is the season finale of the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling, man. I'm getting ready for my little man's 1 year birthday celebration. So that's going to be awesome. Being a dad, spending time with him as I take a break. Also, the main show, the 11:30 podcast show, that's on break too. I thank everyone who's been sending me the emails to be a guest on the podcast. Also, the wrestling podcast as well. I will be back in the fall. So everyone, man, enjoy their summer, enjoy their time off, just enjoy life, man, for real. Um, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I thank everyone. But before I go, don't forget to follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. Follow me on Twitter at the 11:30 podcast. Like the 11:30 podcast on Facebook. Subscribe, man. Hit that subscribe button down below here on YouTube. And follow me on TikTok at the 11:30 podcast. I upload some clips from my podcast show. Post them on TikTok and my link is in my bio on TikTok, so you can definitely come over to the YouTube channel, man. I'm going to be doing more lives, man, when I come back in the fall. So I'm going to take a short break, man, and I definitely will be back, man. So all the podcasters out there, keep doing your thing, man. If you ain't a podcast, entrepreneur, whatever, man, keep doing your thing. Keep holding it down. Keep uplifting and inspiring people, man. And yo, let's rock out, man. Enjoy this wrestling, man. And I think we got Collision about to come on and in 15 minutes. So I'm about to go check that out, man, and chill with little man though, man. But yo, Money in the Bank is in the books. Priest is Money in the Bank. Mr. Money in the Bank, Miss Money in the Bank, EO Sky. I thought Brock Lesnar was going to come down and interfere between the Cody Rhodes and Dominic Mysterio matchup, but Cody won clean, and that was it. Because I thought it would have been really big if uh, if Dom could pin Cody by way of interference of Brock Lesnar. Now, hey, look, I'll be the first one to say I don't want to see another Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar match, but I feel like they're gonna do it because Brock Lesnar's advertised to be at Raw on Monday night in Baltimore, so we're gonna see where that goes though. But that was an okay matchup. I thought it was gonna go somewhere else. I forgot to mention that matchup though, but everything else pretty dope, man. Awesome. Drew McIntyre is back. WrestleMania in London. Bring WrestleMania to DC though. That'll be awesome though. But yo, man, I'm about to get on out of here. I thank everyone for tuning in, you guys, man. Like I said, all the audio versions of the podcast show will be uploaded, man. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. The 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling, is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts is at, man. Definitely tune in and check out latest episodes here on the YouTube channel. I have the documentary and also the main podcast show where I had an awesome guy who played in Hulu's the TV series Mike. He also played in TV's One's Fatal Attraction, HBO Max The Staircase. Man, I had on my guy Ron Godfrey. Awesome guy. Check out that latest episode and more. I got some episodes with former WWE superstar JTG here on the YouTube channel. Check that out. Also, an episode where I talked to Izzy. You guys remember the NXT girl? Yes, man. I had an awesome episode with her. Ring of Honors and AEW's Shane Taylor, you guys. Also, my guy Tyree Taylor. Man, some wonderful, wonderful gentlemen on the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling, and more awesome guests coming in the future, you guys. But for right now, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Man, stay safe, stay blessed, give all the glory to God, man. Won't he do it, man? Definitely hit that subscribe button, man. Until next time, you guys, man, I'm out. Peace, man.